Have you ever wondered how a single discovery could rewrite the destiny of humanity? Imagine a world where fire, the spark that powers civilization, was mastered not tens of thousands of years ago, but a full million years earlier.
What would life have looked like if our ancestors learned to cook, to warm themselves, to forge tools, and to illuminate the night far sooner than history remembers? In this timeline, every step of human evolution is accelerated, shaping societies, technology, and even conflict centuries or millennia ahead of schedule.
Cities, agriculture, metallurgy, everything could have emerged earlier. Today, we'll explore this mind-bending alternate history from early human tribes to the brink of modern civilization. Lean back and enjoy the journey into a world where fire came first and everything else followed.
Imagine a world where early humans discovered fire 1 million years earlier. Homo erectus watches sparks leap from stones, instinctively shielding the fragile flame as it illuminates the night and warms the cold savanna. The discovery of fire transforms survival. Cooking meat improves nutrition and digestion, while hardened tools increase hunting efficiency, enabling humans to target larger prey and defend against apex predators. Social structures evolve rapidly around firelight. Groups gather to share strategies, tell stories, and transmit knowledge. Nights stretch longer with illumination, extending learning, communication, and observation. Fire is no longer a simple survival tool. It becomes a catalyst for cognitive development, social complexity, and cultural innovation, giving early humans an evolutionary edge on natural history, a spark that ignites a chain reaction reshaping the human timeline forever. Fire's influence revolutionizes early migration and environmental mastery. Groups venture far beyond Africa, braving harsh climates previously inaccessible. Smoke drives insects away, heat wards off predators, and controlled burns allow humans to manipulate landscapes, clearing hunting grounds and encouraging growth of edible plants. Clothing evolves faster as hides are softened and sewn, shelters are reinforced with smoke-resistant designs, and clans form around reliable fire sources. Knowledge spreads across generations through fire-centered gatherings, creating early networks of communication and mentorship. Leadership emerges from mastery over flame, strategy, and protection. Fire extends productive hours, accelerates tool innovation, and fosters experimentation, establishing a foundation for advanced social coordination and technological ingenuity long before its natural timeline. Tool-making and experimental technology evolve explosively under the influence of fire. Heated rocks and sharpened sticks enable precise cutting, digging, and hunting innovations. Fire allows cooking of stocky plants, increasing caloric intake and cognitive performance, fueling brain growth. Early humans begin experimenting with proto-metallurgy, heating and shaping minerals in controlled flames centuries or millennia earlier than expected. Nights around firelight become workshops for skill sharing, teaching, and creative expression, including symbolic art on cave walls and rudimentary maps. Fire becomes central to survival, education, and social hierarchy. Those adept at managing it gain prestige, influence, and reproductive advantage. Communities expand strategically around flame sources, and cultural transmission accelerates, setting the stage for proto-cities and coordinated, long-term planning across vast landscapes. Communication flourishes as fire enables extended nighttime gatherings. Proto-languages,
gestural systems, and symbolic thought develop in the flickering glow, allowing knowledge to accumulate across generations. Memory and learning improve as children observe adults working with tools, preparing food, and directing hunts under firelight. The flame reduces risk in exploration, letting humans map territories, track migrating herds, and innovate hunting techniques safely. Early settlements begin forming around reliable fire sources, creating proto-villages with basic social rules. Leadership structures emerge, frequently determined by skill in fire management, strategy, and communal defense. Cognitive expansion accelerates, enabling abstract thought, problem solving, and early forms of moral reasoning, laying the groundwork for rituals, religion, and shared social identity, centuries before such concepts would naturally appear. By 1,500,000 BC, fire has fundamentally reshaped evolution itself. Homo erectus brains enlarge more rapidly due to improved diet and social stimulation, generating uneven intelligence across populations that drives selective advantage. Communities spread globally, venturing into regions previously inhospitable, adapting to snow, desert, and highlands. Knowledge of fire spreads culturally, linking clans across continents and creating complex social networks. Controlled burns manage ecosystems, facilitate plant cultivation, and even domesticate small animal species, blending survival with early environmental engineering. Fire evolves from a mere tool into the engine of civilization, accelerating cognitive development, social structure, technology, and culture. Every spark, every flame, pushes humanity onto a trajectory millions of years ahead of the original timeline, creating a civilization that is not only surviving, but reshaping the very planet itself. Fire catalyzes innovation beyond survival. Early humans experiment with boiling water, smoking meat for preservation, and crafting rudimentary containers from clay and stone. These advancements extend food security, reduce disease, and allow communities to support larger populations. Firelight enables meticulous observation of plant and animal behavior, facilitating early scientific thinking. Nighttime gatherings foster mentorship, storytelling, and the transfer of practical knowledge. Skill with fire becomes a critical determinant of social standing, influencing reproductive success and leadership roles. The interplay between flame and cognition accelerates cultural evolution, setting a precedent for organized societies, technology development, and strategic cooperation across unprecedented distances, effectively compressing millions of years of progress into a fraction of the timeline known in our history. Environmental mastery becomes a cornerstone of survival and expansion. Fire allows humans to manipulate landscapes deliberately, clearing brush to attract prey, discourage predators, and cultivate edible flora. Clans begin mapping territories with an unprecedented understanding of seasonal cycles, predator behavior, and resource distribution. Migration expands rapidly, with fire supporting longer journeys into cold, arid, and forested regions. Complex social rules emerge to manage resource sharing, intergroup conflict, and fire stewardship. The synergy of flame, planning, and social cooperation transforms Homo erectus from opportunistic hunter-gatherers into proactive ecosystem engineers. By controlling fire, humans not only dominate their environment, but also create conditions for long-term societal growth and intergenerational knowledge accumulation. Fire fundamentally reshapes cognition and memory. The nightly glow extends waking hours, allowing children and adults to observe, practice, and teach complex tasks that would be impossible in darkness.
Storytelling around flames fosters abstract thinking, symbolic communication, and early problem-solving frameworks. Social cohesion strengthens as groups organize cooperative hunts, defend territories, and coordinate multi-day expeditions. Fire also facilitates experimentation with materials, from hardened stone tools to basic weaving of plant fibers. Leadership and influence increasingly depend on intelligence, foresight, and fire management skills, creating competitive pressures that drive rapid evolutionary and cultural acceleration. This early mastery of energy transforms human identity, producing cognitive and societal capabilities far ahead of natural evolutionary expectations. Health, nutrition, and longevity improve dramatically under the influence of fire. Cooked foods provide higher caloric yield, reduce pathogens, and accelerate growth, while fire-driven social practices facilitate hygiene and food safety. Tribes expand, forming proto-villages connected by knowledge and trade. Early experimentation with controlled burns fosters plant domestication, leading to the first tentative steps toward agriculture long before its historical timeline. Fire also inspires ritual and spiritual practices, forming the earliest symbolic frameworks that blend survival with culture. With cognitive, social, and ecological advantages amplified, humans evolve faster, communicate effectively, and adapt creatively, laying the groundwork for sophisticated societies, organizing, and the eventual emergence of urbanization hundreds of millennia earlier than in recorded history. By 500,000 BC, the mastery of fire has rewritten the evolutionary trajectory of humanity. Brain sizes, social complexity, and technological sophistication are far ahead of what history predicts. Communities span continents, experimenting with environmental control, early agriculture, and coordinated defense against predators. Fire shapes every aspect of life: diet, social hierarchy, leadership, education, communication, and culture. Homo erectus transforms into a proactive, inventive species capable of planning for centuries into the future, not merely reacting to immediate survival needs. Fire has become the central axis of civilization, the engine driving accelerated evolution, societal complexity, and technological development, setting the stage for the next phase: permanent settlements, monumental architecture, and a foundation for civilization itself. Agriculture starts tentatively, centuries ahead of its historical timeline. Humans experiment with planting seeds from foraged plants, controlling irrigation with channels, and fire-cleared plots. Early grains and tubers are cultivated, supplementing hunting and gathering. The stability of settlements allows specialization. Some humans focus on tool-making, others on animal husbandry, while shamans or elders preserve cultural knowledge. Fire is central not just to cooking, but to land management. Controlled burns encourage plant growth, and predators are deterred from human-occupied zones. These early cities, though modest, exhibit remarkable coordination and foresight, hinting at the monumental urban centers that will evolve in subsequent millennia. Megalithic architecture emerges as humans manipulate stone for construction, defense, and ceremonial purposes. Giant monoliths, arranged in geometric patterns, demonstrate early engineering and social collaboration. These structures serve practical functions: storage, defense, and meeting places, but also act as symbolic markers of cultural identity and territorial claims. Artifacts, carvings, and painted symbols appear on walls and stones, encoding knowledge, myths, and survival strategies. Fire provides light and protection, enabling nighttime construction and extended observation. Social cohesion strengthens as individuals coordinate labor, resource allocation, and defense strategies, forming proto-government centuries before historically recorded systems, laying the foundation for complex societal hierarchies. Hunting strategies evolve into coordinated, large-scale operations. Humans track megafauna across vast territories, using fire to drive herds, create barriers, and funnel animals into traps. Spears, clubs, and early projectile tools are sharpened and tested under firelight. Communities develop seasonal patterns of migration and settlement, exploiting ecological cycles to maximize resources. Knowledge is systematically passed through rituals, storytelling, and apprenticeship. Trade networks expand between distant settlements, exchanging tools, food, and cultural knowledge. These cities and networks of proto-civilizations demonstrate strategic planning, communication, and social organization far ahead of the historical timeline, accelerating technological and societal development exponentially. By 300,000 BC, humans have achieved unprecedented mastery over nature. Social networks extend across regions, linking multiple proto-cities in cooperative alliances. Early religious and spiritual practices emerge, centered around fire, celestial observation, and monumental structures, guiding moral and social norms. Fire and agriculture stabilize food supplies, enabling population growth and further specialization. Clans become larger, hierarchies more complex, and conflicts more organized, sometimes resolved through negotiation and shared ritual rather than brute force. Humans manipulate landscapes intentionally, manage ecosystems, and prepare for long-term survival. The groundwork for enduring civilization is laid, setting the stage for monumental technological, cultural, and societal advances that will define the accelerated evolution of humanity. The refinement of agriculture transforms human society. Fire-cleared fields produce predictable yields, while selective planting encourages larger, more nutritious crops. Early irrigation systems redirect water, supporting growing populations. Communities begin stockpiling food, creating trade surpluses that strengthen alliances. Specialized roles emerge. Some focus on tool production, others on hunting, farming, or spiritual leadership. Fire remains centrally used to prepare food, preserve resources, and protect settlements. Knowledge spreads across regions, encoded in symbols, ritual practices, and storytelling. Interconnected proto-cities exchange innovations, coordinating strategies for hunting, defense, and resource management, compressing thousands of years of societal development into mere centuries and establishing foundations for complex civilizations far ahead of their time. Early metallurgy experiments begin in the late Stone Age. Humans discover how to heat minerals and ores using fire, producing stronger tools and weapons. These advancements improve hunting efficiency, defense capabilities, and construction techniques. Trade networks expand as communities exchange metal fragments, pigments, and crafted items. Firelight allows continuous experimentation, enabling observation, testing, and refinement. Social hierarchies evolve with metallurgists and strategists gaining influence. Knowledge is preserved through ritual and oral teaching, ensuring intergenerational transfer. These developments accelerate cultural, technological, and cognitive growth, establishing a level of sophistication in engineering, governance, and social cooperation, far earlier than historically documented.
Fire catalyzes ritual, spirituality, and symbolic thought. Communities gather at night to honor ancestors, celestial events, or natural phenomena, reinforcing social cohesion and ethical norms.
Art and symbolic markings record history, survival knowledge, and communal identity. Early humans experiment with abstract representation, combining practical observation with imaginative expression.
Fire illuminates these creative acts, fostering deeper reflection, planning, and problem-solving skills. Collaborative labor strengthens social bonds, preparing humans for coordinated large-scale projects. Ethical codes, early laws, and taboos emerge, often centered around resource management, territorial boundaries, and conflict resolution. Humanity is no longer reactive. It is actively shaping culture, technology, and morality across vast regions.
Hunting megafauna becomes a disciplined cooperative enterprise. Groups employ fire to herd animals into ambush zones, coordinating attacks with complex signaling and tactical planning.
Specialized hunters and strategists train apprentices, ensuring skill continuity. Firelight allows precise tool crafting, observation of predator patterns, and continuous learning. Settlement planning accounts for seasonal migrations, predator behavior, and ecological balance. Inter-clan cooperation ensures mutual survival, exchanging knowledge, food, and technology. Early humans achieved dominance over their environment, leveraging fire to manipulate landscapes, influence ecosystems, and secure resources. Civilization is emerging not from conquest alone, but through foresight, strategy, and cultural sophistication unprecedented for the era.
By 40,000 BC, humanity has transformed permanently. Fire, agriculture, early metallurgy, and social cooperation create societies far more advanced than historically possible. Proto-cities function as hubs of trade, learning, and ritual, linked across regions by knowledge networks and seasonal migration. Social hierarchies are complex, leadership is strategic, and ethical systems emerge to manage conflicts and resources. Fire fuels technological innovation, cultural expression, and environmental mastery, compressing millennia of progress into a fraction of natural historical timelines. Humans are no longer just survivors. They are architects of civilization, engineers of their ecosystems, and bearers of culture, poised to enter the next phase, an accelerated Bronze Age and the dawn of monumental achievement.
By 40,000 BC, humanity has transformed permanently. Fire, agriculture, early metallurgy, and social cooperation create societies far more advanced than historically possible. Proto-cities function as hubs of trade, learning, and ritual, linked across regions by knowledge networks and seasonal migration. Social hierarchies are complex, leadership is strategic, and ethical systems emerge to manage conflicts and resources. Fire fuels technological innovation, cultural expression, and environmental mastery, compressing millennia of progress into a fraction of natural historical timelines. Humans are no longer just survivors, they are architects of civilization, engineers of their ecosystems, and bearers of culture, poised to enter the next phase, an accelerated Bronze Age and the dawn of monumental achievement. By 40,000 BC, humanity enters a new era of technology. technological sophistication. Fire mastery, agriculture, and social coordination allow early humans to experiment with metallurgy. Bronze emerges centuries earlier than in historical timelines, enabling stronger weapons, tools, and construction materials. Settlements expand into ice-covered regions, fortified against harsh climates and predators. Hunting techniques grow increasingly strategic, combining coordinated ambushes, fire manipulation, and early projectile use. Firelight allows nighttime crafting, observation, and teaching, accelerating skill transfer across generations. Communities specialize. Some focus on metallurgy, others on hunting, farming, or ritual. Trade networks expand between distant settlements, exchanging knowledge, materials, and symbolic artifacts. Societies develop early governance structures and proto-military hierarchies, compressing centuries of advancement into mere decades. Megalithic and fortified structures grow larger and more complex. Early humans built stone walls, defensive towers, and ceremonial monuments, often aligned with celestial events. Fire is central, used to harden metals, illuminate construction, and protect settlements. Symbolic carvings, paintings, and proto-writing appear, recording trade, rituals, and social codes. Leadership becomes more structured, with authority tied to skill, knowledge, and strategic insight. Hunting and resource management are coordinated across multiple clans, creating early alliances. Fire and bronze allow humans to dominate their environment, suppress predators, and manipulate landscapes intentionally. The acceleration of technological, social, and cognitive development creates a civilization that is strikingly advanced for the Ice Age, far ahead of its historical timeline. Trade and communication networks span vast distances. Communities exchange bronze tools, food, and symbolic artifacts, facilitating knowledge accumulation. Early navigation techniques develop, including simple mapping and celestial orientation. Firelight enables night observation and experimentation, while agriculture supports growing populations. Environmental management becomes sophisticated, with controlled burns, crop rotation, and early domestication of plants and animals. Warfare is organized and strategic, with bronze weaponry and defensive fortifications providing advantage. Rituals, spiritual practices, and symbolic art unify communities, transmitting ethical codes and social norms. Innovation is now continuous, with generations building on prior discoveries, creating a chain reaction of accelerated progress in technology, governance, and culture. Science and observation flourish. Humans systematically study the natural world, tracking seasonal cycles, animal migration, and celestial events. Fire facilitates controlled experimentation, metallurgy, and preservation of food and materials. Knowledge spreads through teaching, ritual, and apprenticeship. Leaders emerge based on strategic thinking, technical skill, and social coordination. Population density increases in fertile areas, prompting early urbanization and infrastructure development. Communities experiment with irrigation, storage, and resource allocation, supporting larger settlements. Warfare, diplomacy, and trade are codified into practices and rules. Humanity, guided by fire and bronze, now operates as a coordinated, highly inventive species capable of shaping the environment to unprecedented degrees. By 20,000 BC, humans dominate multiple continents, with settlements and proto-cities linked by trade, culture, and communication. Fire, bronze, and social strategy enable control over landscapes, ecosystems, and megafauna. Agricultural experimentation provides food security, while symbolic art, rituals, and proto-writing codify cultural knowledge. Specialized labor and inter-settlement alliances accelerate technological innovation. Conflict and cooperation are managed through emerging governance and ethical codes. Communities plan generations ahead, constructing fortifications, managing resources, and monitoring climate cycles. Ice Age challenges are overcome with engineering, strategy, and collective intelligence. Humanity is now a species centuries, even millennia, ahead of its historical trajectory, prepared to enter an era of early global civilization. By 15,000 BC, human settlements are complex hubs of technology, trade, and culture. Fire, bronze, and early agriculture allowed dense populations to thrive in diverse environments, including mountainous and glacial regions. Specialized roles solidify. Metallurgists, hunters, farmers, and spiritual leaders collaborate to maintain stability and progress. Communication networks link distant settlements, facilitating knowledge transfer and cultural cohesion. Fire-driven workshops and nighttime learning accelerate innovation. Tool refinement, construction techniques, and early mechanical experiments occur simultaneously across continents. Social hierarchies are maintained through skill, strategy, and contribution to communal survival. Humanity no longer reacts solely to the environment. It manipulates landscapes, domesticates animals, and plans generations ahead, laying the foundation for permanent cities and advanced civilizations. Art, ritual, and spirituality flourish in this accelerated Ice Age civilization. Firelight illuminates intricate carvings, wall paintings, and early symbolic codes documenting trade, lineage, and natural observations. Ceremonial structures align with celestial events, linking humans' cultural and scientific understanding. Knowledge is codified, passed through apprenticeships, rituals, and shared experiences. Leadership evolves with meritocracy, emerging alongside traditional authority, rewarding innovation, strategy, and social coordination. Communities coordinate hunting, agriculture, and defense across regions, using fire and bronze to establish dominance. This cultural sophistication fosters cohesion, ethical systems, and strategic planning, compressing thousands of years of social and technological evolution into a remarkably brief time frame. Environmental mastery reaches unprecedented levels. Humans employ fire to manage forests, control predator populations, and guide herbivore migration for hunting efficiency. Agricultural plots expand, while irrigation channels redirect water to support higher yields. Megafauna is tracked, managed, and partially domesticated. Settlement planning incorporates seasonal shifts, resource distribution, and climate challenges. Firelight facilitates experimentation with materials, tools, and early machinery. Population density and social complexity increase, demanding structured governance, law, and conflict resolution. Inter-settlement alliances optimize trade, labor, and protection. Knowledge of fire, bronze, and ecology allows humans to actively engineer survival and growth, establishing a civilization centuries ahead of any historical timeline. By 10,000 BC, humans exhibit the earliest forms of proto-cities. Fortified settlements with bronze tools, controlled fire, and systematic agriculture support large populations. Social organization includes specialized labor, trade networks, and cultural institutions. Fire serves as a unifying center for learning, ritual, and communication. Navigation, astronomy, and early mathematics emerge as tools for planning migration, agriculture, and construction. Warfare, diplomacy, and resource management become codified, enhancing survival and cohesion. Fire and bronze act as catalysts for cognitive, technological, and societal acceleration. Humanity is no longer constrained by immediate survival. Long-term planning, environmental manipulation, and inter-community coordination define the species, setting the stage for monumental achievements in the coming millennia. By 5000 BC, the accelerated Ice Age civilization reaches its peak before transitioning into what would historically be the Bronze Age. Fire, bronze, agriculture, and social sophistication allow humans to dominate landscapes, control megafauna, and create interconnected settlements across continents. Art, ritual, and symbolic systems encode cultural, scientific, and technological knowledge. Specialized labor, governance, and ethical codes maintain cohesion and facilitate innovation. Trade networks flourish, supporting widespread distribution of tools, food, and ideas. Humanity has compressed tens of thousands of years of evolution, social development, and technological progress into a fraction of the historical timeline. The foundations for permanent cities, early metallurgy, and complex civilizations are firmly established, accelerating humanity toward global dominance and the next phase of monumental achievement. By 5000 BC, humanity's accelerated development produces complex societies across continents. Permanent cities emerge with organized streets, defensive walls, and central plazas. Fire, metallurgy, and agriculture support dense populations. Trade networks span vast distances, exchanging bronze tools, food, and cultural knowledge. Governance evolves with structured hierarchies, laws, and councils ensuring resource allocation, conflict resolution, and communal decision-making. Social specialization flourishes. Architects, farmers, warriors, and spiritual leaders maintain societal stability and innovation. Rituals and symbolic art encode history, science, and morality. Fire remains central, powering workshops, illuminating night gatherings, and supporting metallurgy. Humans manipulate environments intentionally, control animal populations, and cultivate crops with unprecedented foresight, creating civilizations centuries ahead of historical timelines. Warfare and diplomacy advance rapidly. Bronze weaponry fortified cities, and strategic alliances reshape intergroup relations. Leaders emerge based on merit, strategic skill, and resource management, while early forms of diplomacy reduce unnecessary conflict. Cities coordinate regional agriculture, trade, and military planning, creating proto-empires. Fire serves as a tool for signaling, defense, and industrial processes, while bronze enables long-range weaponry, fortified architecture, and tools for construction. Cultural and technological innovation spreads quickly across settlements via established trade and communication networks. Humans achieve dominance over landscapes and resources, compressing millennia of development into centuries and establishing the foundations for monumental states and organized civilization. Early empires rise as humans exploit fertile regions and trade routes. Megacities form along rivers, seas, and coasts, integrating agriculture, metallurgy, and cultural institutions.
Fire-driven workshops produce bronze tools, pottery, and early mechanical devices, while labor specialization enhances efficiency. Administrative structures develop, recording trade, population, and resources. Spiritual and symbolic practices unify populations, guiding ethics, leadership, and societal norms. Settlements are strategically fortified against invasions, and coordinated military campaigns defend territories and expand influence. Innovation accelerates across multiple domains: construction, astronomy, irrigation, and metallurgy, producing societies remarkably advanced for the era and dramatically ahead of historically documented timelines. Science, art, and culture flourish in parallel with state building. Humans observe celestial patterns for navigation and calendars, refine metallurgy for tools and weapons, and construct monumental architecture aligned with astronomical events. Fire illuminates workshops, libraries, and nighttime rituals, extending productivity and learning. Trade spreads ideas, technology, and cultural practices across continents. Social hierarchies maintain order, while apprenticeship and mentorship transfer skills systematically. Population growth drives urban planning, infrastructure development, and environmental management. Warfare, diplomacy, and economic planning are codified, compressing societal evolution into unprecedented timescales. Humanity dominates its environment, accelerates technology, and solidifies complex civilization centuries earlier than in recorded history. By 500 BC, accelerated civilizations resemble historically later Bronze and early Iron Age empires. Cities are connected through trade, alliances, and cultural exchange. Advanced metallurgy, agriculture, and governance support dense, stratified populations. Fire drives workshops, cooking, and cultural rituals. Bronze and early iron expand military and construction capabilities. Monumental architecture, symbolic art, and codified laws reflect societal sophistication. Intercity diplomacy, strategic alliances, and organized armies maintain regional stability. Knowledge spreads rapidly through trade and apprenticeship. Humans now shape the planet on a continental scale, manipulating environments, controlling resources, and directing societal evolution. Civilization is not just emerging, it is flourishing far ahead of its natural historical timeline. Poised for global influence in the coming centuries, urbanization accelerates as cities expand with defined districts for craft, trade, religion, and governance. Fire and metallurgy underpin production, enabling mass tool-making, cooking, and material processing. Population density requires structured law, conflict mediation, and resource distribution systems. Apprenticeships and mentorship ensure skill transfer across generations, maintaining technological and cultural continuity. Trade networks flourish, exchanging bronze, food, pottery, and symbolic artifacts over hundreds of kilometers. Fire is central to workshops, cultural ceremonies, and nighttime gatherings, fostering creativity and learning. Humans manipulate landscapes, manage rivers, and expand agricultural output, compressing centuries of societal development into mere decades, creating sophisticated civilizations centuries ahead of historically documented timelines. Early education, science, and observation accelerate progress. Celestial events guide agriculture, navigation, and ritual, while metallurgy,
enables improved weapons, tools, and construction techniques. Firelight extends productive hours, facilitating experimentation, teaching, and communal planning. Social hierarchies reward strategic, technological, and leadership abilities, reinforcing meritocratic tendencies. Urban centers coordinate seasonal agriculture, trade, and defense across regions. Monumental architecture, symbolic art, and codified rituals unify populations, preserving knowledge and cultural identity. Populations grow rapidly, fostering intercity competition, alliances, and coordinated development. Humanity shapes its environment and society intentionally, advancing civilization centuries ahead of historical evolution. Military strategy evolves alongside diplomacy. Cities maintain standing militias, fortified walls, and organized defense protocols, while alliances and treaties regulate conflict and trade. Bronze weaponry and fortifications provide dominance over rivals and predators. Fire serves tactical purposes, signaling, defense, and early industrial applications. Knowledge spreads quickly through apprenticeship, trade, and ritual, maintaining technological superiority. Resource management, population planning, and environmental control allow settlements to thrive despite climatic or ecological challenges. Societies now function as coordinated, large-scale systems capable of rapid innovation, strategic planning, and societal adaptation, compressing millennia of advancement into unprecedented timelines. Cultural and spiritual development reaches new heights. Rituals, symbolic art, and proto-writing record history, law, and scientific knowledge. Fire remains central, illuminating workshops, ceremonial sites, and daily life. Astronomy and environmental observation guide agriculture, urban planning, and navigation. Apprenticeship systems ensure knowledge continuity and technical proficiency across generations. Cities coordinate regional trade, defense, and cultural exchange, creating interlinked networks of settlements. Population density drives innovation in infrastructure, governance, and public works. Humanity now operates on a continental scale, with coordinated, technologically advanced societies capable of shaping both the environment and cultural evolution far ahead of their natural historical timeline. Cultural and spiritual development reaches new heights. Rituals, symbolic art, and proto-writing record history, law, and scientific knowledge. Fire remains central, illuminating workshops, ceremonial sites, and daily life. Astronomy and environmental observation guide agriculture, urban planning, and navigation. Apprenticeship systems ensure knowledge continuity and technical proficiency across generations. Cities coordinate regional trade, defense, and cultural exchange, creating interlinked networks of settlements. Population density drives innovation in infrastructure, governance, and public works. Humanity now operates on a continental scale, with coordinated, technologically advanced societies capable of shaping both the environment and cultural evolution far ahead of their natural historical timeline. By 500 BC, accelerated civilizations have set the stage for rapid technological, cultural, and societal evolution. Cities span continents, connected by extensive trade, communication, and transportation networks. Metallurgy advances to iron and beyond centuries earlier than in natural history, revolutionizing tools, weapons, and construction. Fire evolves into controlled energy sources for industry, cooking, and light. Education, apprenticeships, and early universities flourish, systematizing knowledge transfer. Governments become complex, managing resources, population, and law on unprecedented scales. Scientific inquiry accelerates as humans observe celestial patterns, experiment with natural phenomena, and record data systematically. The foundations for modern engineering, navigation, and agriculture are already centuries advanced, compressing millennia of progress into mere centuries and positioning humanity far ahead of its historical timeline. During the classical and medieval periods, human societies expand globally at a staggering pace. Empires rise, trade routes stretch across oceans, and cultural exchange occurs at an accelerated rate. Fire-driven technologies power metallurgy, pottery, and early industrial processes. Knowledge spreads via written language, early printing, and apprenticeship systems, enabling rapid innovation. Scientific observation, experimentation, and documentation become standardized, fostering breakthroughs in medicine, engineering, and astronomy long before historically recorded timelines. Social, legal, and political systems evolve to manage growing populations and intercontinental interactions. Humans manipulate landscapes, develop irrigation networks, and urbanize with unprecedented foresight. Accelerated communication and transportation compress centuries of cultural and technological development into a fraction of the historical period, redefining the trajectory of civilization. By the Renaissance and early modern periods, technological and scientific revolutions occur centuries ahead of history. Steam power, metallurgy, and mathematics accelerate industrial and architectural progress. Global exploration and trade networks interconnect continents earlier, exchanging knowledge, crops, and culture at lightning speed. Fire and energy management underpin early industrialization, urban planning, and agriculture. Population growth, resource management, and education systems scale rapidly. Empires and republics coordinate massive infrastructure projects, military strategies, and economic policies, achieving levels of sophistication unimaginable in the natural timeline. Innovations in navigation, astronomy, and mechanics emerge simultaneously across continents. Humanity dominates environments, controls resources, and coordinates societies globally, compressing the evolutionary and societal trajectory into a highly accelerated historical arc. By the 19th and 20th centuries, accelerated progress results in early industrial, technological, and scientific dominance. Steam, electricity, and combustion technologies emerge centuries ahead, powering cities, factories, and global transportation. Fire-driven energy evolves into controlled fuels and engines, revolutionizing manufacturing and mobility. Education systems, universities, and research institutions foster innovation on an unprecedented scale. Governments coordinate global infrastructure, resource distribution, and diplomacy with advanced bureaucratic efficiency. Medicine, agriculture, and sanitation improve drastically, extending life expectancy and population growth. Scientific observation, experimentation, and documentation produce breakthroughs in physics, chemistry, and biology far earlier than historical timelines. Humanity operates as a global civilization, fully interconnected and technologically advanced, compressing thousands of years of progress. By the present day, humanity exists in a hyper-accelerated modern world. Cities are technologically advanced, interconnected, and sustainable, powered by fire-derived energy and early innovations in metallurgy, engineering, and science. Global communication, transportation, and trade networks operate with precision. Artificial intelligence, medicine, infrastructure, and renewable energy have evolved centuries ahead. Environmental manipulation, climate understanding, and resource management are sophisticated and globally coordinated. Humanity has compressed millions of years of social, technological, and cultural evolution into a timeline drastically shorter than natural history would allow. Fire, energy, and knowledge remain central, driving civilization forward. The world is now poised for exploration, innovation, and expansion beyond Earth, demonstrating the extraordinary consequences of an accelerated evolutionary timeline. In the modern accelerated timeline, global cities integrate advanced architecture, transportation, and energy systems centuries ahead of natural history. Fire-derived energy sources evolve into electricity, combustion engines, and sustainable fuels. Education, research, and apprenticeship networks allow instantaneous knowledge transfer across continents. Scientific and technological breakthroughs in medicine, engineering, and space exploration emerge decades or centuries earlier. Governments and institutions manage populations, trade, and environmental sustainability with unprecedented coordination. Cultural and artistic expression thrives alongside technological innovation, reflecting both tradition and advanced understanding. Humanity's mastery of fire, energy, and social organization creates a civilization capable of unprecedented productivity, innovation, and long-term planning, redefining the potential of human progress. Scientific and industrial acceleration transforms daily life. Food production, water distribution, and energy systems are highly efficient and globally interconnected. Cities expand vertically and horizontally with sustainable design, while transportation networks connect continents seamlessly. Medicine, sanitation, and biotechnology extend life expectancy, improve quality of life, and prevent disease on a global scale. Knowledge management, research institutions, and collaborative networks allow rapid problem-solving and innovation. Fire, electricity, and advanced energy systems power industry, agriculture, and transportation. Humanity operates as a coordinated, intelligent species capable of shaping its environment and society at an unprecedented pace, compressing millennia of societal and technological evolution into centuries. Environmental mastery reaches new heights. Humans monitor climate, manage natural resources, and restore ecosystems, mitigating ecological damage with advanced technology. Cities balance energy use, agriculture, and habitation efficiently. Scientific observation guides policies and innovations in real time. Fire and energy systems are optimized for sustainability, industry, and infrastructure. Global communication allows instantaneous collaboration between regions, accelerating problem-solving and innovation. Humanity's social, technological, and environmental coordination ensures civilization functions as a cohesive global organism. Population, resource, and knowledge management operate with efficiency far beyond historical reality. Society thrives, innovation accelerates, and civilization's resilience reaches unprecedented levels. Space exploration, artificial intelligence, and advanced robotics emerged centuries earlier. Humans establish early orbital habitats, experiment with energy harnessing,
and apply AI to optimize daily life and resource management. Fire-derived energy and technology underpin these advancements. Global scientific collaboration ensures rapid development and equitable knowledge distribution. Education and apprenticeship allow skills and discoveries to scale instantly across populations. Societies maintain stability while accelerating technological progress, preparing humanity for interplanetary colonization, artificial intelligence integration, and advanced energy mastery. Civilization is fully globalized, technologically advanced, and socially coordinated, achieving milestones that would historically take millennia within mere centuries. Today, in this accelerated timeline, humanity exists as a hyper-advanced global civilization. Cities are sustainable, interconnected, and powered by energy systems evolved from fire mastery. Knowledge, technology, and culture advance at unprecedented speed. Humanity dominates its environment, maintains global stability, and explores the stars. Fire, energy, and organized society continue to drive progress, demonstrating the extraordinary consequences of a million-year acceleration in mastery, agriculture, and social coordination. Civilization is resilient, innovative, and expansive. The stage is set for the next frontier: space colonization, AI integration, and global environmental mastery. The question remains, how far can humanity push this accelerated evolution before reaching the limits of its own ingenuity?